All right, Cancer, Cancer rising, those with their moons in Cancer. Welcome to Sagittarius season. And this is happening from November 21st until December 21st. So let's look at your charts, okay? And we're going to look also at the cards. I've got our decks today, the Power of Eight, as well as guest deck today is going to be by Doreen Virtue, one of my old but goodies decks, Butterfly for Life's Changes, Butterfly Oracle cards for Life's Changes. So we'll be doing that. If you're new to my channel, thanks for joining. I appreciate you spending time with me today. I'm Trina, your intuitive guide with a chakra vibe, helping you navigate life's energies. So let's see. On a practical way, what's happening during Sagittarius season? Well, what does that mean? Well, that means the sun is moving through Sagittarius now, starting November 21st. So that's why we call it Sagittarius season. So happy birthday to, if you, to your Sagittarius friends, or if you are cross-watching and things like that. But we see here in the astrology, Cancer, that a lot of energy in our sixth house. I say our because I'm a Cancer moon, Cancer rising, so I'm one of you. The sixth house of health, sixth house of day to day. Lots of the routines. Can be a little bit about our pets or our animals, but most of all, I find that it's the systems. Our body is a system, for example. The way we do life each day, the daily life, is a system. So there'll be, throughout this Sagittarius season, there'll be a lot of emphasis on how could we improve the system? How could we make it more efficient? How could we make our body system healthier? For example, Cancer. So we see that. But I want to focus because Cancer, we are run by the moon. Whatever the moon's doing, we want to watch all the time. Okay, that's our ruling planet. So the moon is actually going in new moon, new beginnings, where it's dark. It's going to start the cycle on November 20th, the day before Sagittarius season starts. I'm actually recording this on the 19th. So right away, we are moving into this new moon in Scorpio. And this is new beginnings in our fifth house of our children. It could be some new developments with the kids. The fifth house can also be romance as well. And because it's run by Scorpio, it could be some deep, passionate things having to do with romance. But it's a lot about our creativity. We create children, we create businesses, we create things in the fifth house. So, there's a lot of energy there. The fifth house can be a lucky house too, by the way. Hope if you're watching this today or tomorrow or the next day, the 19th, 20th, or 21st of November, this could be a lucky time as well for lottery or games of chance, or maybe plug in a few coins in the machine or whatever. But, could be a good time if you're feeling, especially with raffles, I find, I've won a few different kinds of little raffles, the smaller lotteries, we'll call it, where there's more of a chance to win. So just putting it out there. Don't spend all your money on lottery though, right? You know that. But there is a lucky, kind of a lucky vibe here. So that's a nice thing. There's some energy though going with your romance, like your boyfriend and girlfriend maybe, or with your kids as well. And that can be up or down. It kind of depends on your chart, but new developments can happen there with this new moon. We have other energies too. Mercury, the planet of thinking and talking, is also in the fifth house of Scorpio. So there's a lot of deepness, but it's a fun house. So I think it's good to peel back the layers, Scorpio, right? Peel back the layers in that fifth house of where could I have more fun in my life? Where could I bring more joy? That could be something to really look at. Where's the fun factor in my life as a Cancer? What can I do? Maybe it's painting again. Maybe it's a wine and paint night, or maybe it's pottery, or maybe it's getting on a new sports team, or entering Zumba, or going to the Aquafit at the pool with a group of other people, or something like that, right? Little groups of people that enjoy the same things as you can be a good start, especially if you've been feeling lonely, Cancer, right? As Cancers, we have a tendency to go in our shell, stay in our little comfort of the house, right? But this fifth house energy activation is saying, hey, let's get out and have a little bit of fun. Okay, let's find things that we love to do. Maybe we used to love to do them. What did we used to love to do? Things like that. So something interesting for you. Indeed, Cancer. It could be that some of you Cancerians are entering a new work contract or commitment too. New career, new work, new job. That could be a thing as well, definitely here, where the relationships at work are changing. You may be changing your coworkers for some reason too, in some way right now too, during Sagittarius season as well. That's all kind of part of it. Now, because we're in Sagittarius season, I like to look at what Jupiter's doing, because Jupiter rules Sagittarius. So what's Jupiter doing for us Cancerians? And it is retrograde in the sign of Cancer. So this is in our first house. Retrograde is about reviewing, redoing, rethinking. Okay, so for a while as Jupiter's retrograding, we are reviewing our sense of self, the first house. Could be about our body habits too. Sixth house. Okay, because we're in Sagittarius, which is running our sixth house of health and the systems we talked about, right? And Jupiter is running our body right now, you know, and bringing us some good vibes here. It could be a lot about what could we do to improve our health. You know, health issues could come up that we need to take care of. And sometimes it's an emotional thing. I do like this book. Let me go grab it. This book. Louise Hay, Heal Your Body. And it's all about how, you know, because our body will give us symptoms, but it comes from an emotional thing. So sixth house, that's a lot about health, right? And because Jupiter's retrograde in our first house of the body and the self and things like that, it could be a little bit about, you know, definitely the physical health. So let's say, like me, I get problems with eczema sometimes. So let's look at eczema. See what it says. I'll just give you an example. I mean, this book's really awesome. It's called Heal Your Body by Louise Hay from Hay House. Eczema, mental eruptions. So it can be like you're not feeling safe and secure. So then she gives you like a mantra, you could say, you know, for the eczema. You could say to yourself, harmony and peace, love and joy surround me. I am safe and secure. Which is a lot about, you know, Cancers are run by the moon. They need emotional safety to feel good. Otherwise, eruptions and inflammation and things like eczema, right? Gut health and all that stuff can happen when we're not feeling safe and secure. So things like that, right? But so that's interesting. Now, what else did I want to tell you? Oh, right. Another moon thing, because I always want to look at the moon. So we talked about the new moon in Scorpio, fifth house of new beginnings with your kids, new beginnings with creativity, hobbies, and that. Now, there's a full moon coming on December 4th. Okay, mark this down. Oh, I'm going to sneeze. All right. I don't know why that happened. But anyways, full moon December 4th. Okay. Ooh, big culmination of something in our, the Gemini, which runs the lungs. Maybe that's why I sneezed. Gemini's all up here in the mouth and nose and stuff. Anyways, kind of funny, but this is in our 12th house of the spiritual retreat. There's something about a breakthrough in your mental health, maybe. Like you're realizing what's stressing me out, what mental health issues are causing me to have physical pains or physical anxieties or anything like that too. The 12th house often asks us to go within and look and rest and retreat and kind of be a little more spiritual, right? Connecting to your inner child, connecting to source, connecting to the frequency of Gaia, all that stuff, right? Like metaphysical stuff, spiritual stuff, things like that. It's going within quite a bit. There is also some hidden stuff happening in the 12th house. So the full moon's going to illuminate and try to lift it out of the 12th house. And it has to do with Gemini stuff, which is Gemini likes to learn. Gemini likes to talk and communicate. So it could be something that you've been holding in, talking. Maybe that's why I sneezed, right? Trying to get the Gemini out, which is conversation, and maybe some deep talks need to be had with someone, something like that. The full moon's going to illuminate that here on December 4th for that week. Okay, full moon in Gemini in our 12th house, so that's interesting. Okay, now pull some cards now. Okay. So you can get these cards as a set on my website, www.themoontree.org. We've got the Power of 8 Chakra Lenormand and the Power of 8 Chakra Oracle. So let's pull those first for us Cancerians in December, at least November 21st to December 21st, right? So we'll knock 3 times and we will shuffle. Okay, for Cancer, Sagittarius season, November 21st to December 21st. In the Chakra Lenormand, Power of 8 Chakra Lenormand, what shall we find out? Okay, see, a stability thing again with the anchor. We're really focusing on stability of the 6th house of health and feeling safe and secure and emotionally secure. So, and maybe being able to express ourselves a little bit there with that Gemini full moon on December 4th, being able to express. This is the security of the red root chakra too. So you could do red root chakra things. I like to diffuse essential oils. That's my big thing. That's my big security one. I like to have baths every day, salt baths, magnesium baths. I like to put the magnesium lotion on so it enters my skin, and because we're all deficient on magnesium, you know, and it goes good with the vitamin D that drops that I put into my coffee or whatever, right? Like anything you can do to find that security, stability, and feel. Now, this is also security of the jaw, because the 6th house that we're really highlighting quite a bit here in December is quite often the work we do, you know, the day-to-day work and things like that, and having security in the routine, having security in money coming in, and maybe that can be if you own your own business too, but career security as well. So there's just a lot of anchor, security, stability, things like that as well, right? Okay, now let's pull a card from the Power of 8 Chakra Oracle. And remember, when you open the boxes, both boxes have the chakra chart. So, for example, in this one, we saw a lot of the dark blue, which was the third eye chakra, right? For intuition and universal wisdom and awareness. 12th house activation for full moon with the spiritual stuff. We saw that. And then we got the red root chakra here for stability and security of the anchor. And that is safety, security, and trust here with the red root chakra there. So just a kind of cool chart there. And then there's a little motto on both boxes as well. Everything always works out for me. Just a reminder, everything always works out for me. Put that in your brain. Program that in your brain. Okay, so let's see from the Power of 8 Chakra Oracle. Oh, there's the book, color booklet. All right, let's knock 3 times. And this is, oh, it just flipped right away. I am empowered and I belong. These two came out. So we got a different bunch of chakras going on, I guess, in Sagittarius season. I think 6th house has quite a bit of the systems. I told you that. And working with our different kinds of systems in life and improving them and balancing them. But here we've got, I am empowered. Solar plexus right here, yellow. I am empowered to make steps in my life for better health, better systems, better living arrangements, better this, better that, improving. I am empowered to do that. And we also got I belong, very crown chakra. That full moon's going to be a big one for us, I think, December 4th in the 12th house. Okay, Cancer, where we want to feel spiritual. We want to feel like we belong. We want to be, the 12th house is quite spiritual too. And it, you know, and the full moon's going to highlight and illuminate how can we belong more in our communities, how, you know, belonging in a friendship group, community, belonging, just feeling like a sense of belonging on this earth, which quite often it can be hard in the 3D world because, you know, we're very spiritual as Cancerians. Like, you know, Cancer people are very spiritual and intuitive and sometimes feel like they don't belong. As all water signs, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer, all 3 signs are quite often not feeling like they belong in some way, right? There's some kind of wound there. So feeling like you belong, that's a big one. So I would get out the amethyst. I would get out the lavender in the essential oils as well. Mix a little bit of lavender with your mix for the security, you know. And, you know, I was just thinking it could be cool, like a base of something like sandalwood or a borovite or something from a tree as the bottom base of your essential oil. And then the middle layer could be something purple like lavender, and then the top could be maybe some frankincense or maybe some ylang ylang, right? I like to do a 3-6-9 ratio there. Just my thing. I like to do that to make myself feel better. But essential oil is a big thing for me. But purple rocks too. Lepidolite can help with anxiety. By the way, it's a purple rock, purple crystal. Ask for it at your neighborhood metaphysical shop. Lepidolite and amethyst, of course, are purple. Very good in even just wearing purple. The purple of royalty. Purple, I belong. It's crown chakra. I am part of everything. I'm part of source. I belong here, right? So it could be a sense of, have you been feeling lonely, Cancer? And how could we do that 5th house energy I was talking about with the fun and getting out there with new groups and things like that, hobbies maybe that you used to do, all that kind of fun stuff. And that can help you feel this, I belong. And that can help you feel more secure with the anchor card that we had, right? So things like that, I think, Cancer, can be very helpful. Now, let's pull one more card from the Butterfly Oracle Cards for Life Changes by Doreen Virtue. Okay. This is for Cancer in Sagittarius season, November 21st to December 21st. Oh, there we go. Self-care. Not a surprise. 6th house, health, day-to-day systems. That's the main event here. And we need some self-care. And it's okay to be a little selfish. And Jupiter in the 1st house, retrograde, likes being in Cancer. But he's thinking right now, we need self-care on our body, 1st house. And then the 6th house. There is a lot of caring for ourselves and our health and everything like that. So let's look at the book, though. What did she say about her self-care card? There's always some extra information there. Okay. Before a butterfly emerges with beautiful wings, it spends time in its cocoon. Similarly, this card is asking you to retreat, 12th house, full moon, December 4th, to retreat for some much needed rest and self-care. If you're breathing a sigh of relief upon reading this, that's another sign of the need for a healing pause. So yeah, I'm really thinking that December 4th, full moon, going to ask us to reflect on our self-care, right? And self-care can take many forms, but the important thing is for you to look after yourself in a way that promotes your happiness. We talked about that. Your health. We talked about that. And your high energy. This may involve a detox of your diet. Okay. Or getting away from any harsh energy relationships or circumstances. So take great care of yourself, Cancer, and you will fly high and free like the butterfly. Isn't that nice? Additional meanings. Go on a retreat. Yes. The full moon on December 4th may be asking you, illuminating you, it's time for you to go on a little bit of a mini vacay. Okay, Cancer? Or something like where you retreat and have some fun and self-care and relax and just enjoy and be without having to achieve, right? This can be about simplifying your life, right? 6th house of the systems. We talked about that, Cancer. How can we simplify our life? And it can also mean assert yourself and learn to say no. Okay, Cancer? I think that full moon December 4th in the 12th house, and with that Gemini energy of talking and stuff, it is about asserting yourself and trying to be in finding the boundaries and being able to say no if it's not fun, it's not worth it. And there's always ways to say no in a nice way, right? Okay, Cancer? I think it's about a lot too. I'm getting the idea that it's not about pleasing everybody. It's focusing on us now. Focusing on your body, your health, your mental health, your stuff, you. Focusing a little bit there so that when things start to move out of the 6th house into the 7th, 8th, and 9th, you'll be rejuvenated, you'll be relaxed, you'll be ready, okay, to take on the world. So I hope you enjoyed that reading, Cancer. Let me know in the comments what resonated with you. And remember, only take what resonates with you, because not everything is going to be for everyone, right? This is a general reading. However, if you'd like to dive deep into your own charts and your own cards and all sorts of things like that, come see me for a reading. www.themoontree.org. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.